Hey guys, so today we're making some caramel cake. Please make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let's get started with the recipe. So I'm going to start by creaming my butter and sugar. So I have 2 sticks of salted butter. You can use unsalted butter if you want. And I am using Kerrygold butter because it's supposed to be one of the best. And then I'm going to add in some vegetable oil, and then this is some granulated sugar, and I am just going to cream this together in my mixer. And if you are interested in purchasing a kitchen aid, I will be sure to link this item in the description box below. But you want to cream this for maybe 5 to 6 minutes or so, and just until everything is nice and combined and creamy. And so while that is doing its thing, I am going to sift my flour. I am using cake flour, and then I'm going to add in some baking powder and some salt, and I am going to sift this together. And you want to make sure that you sift your flour because we want our cake to be nice and fluffy and light. There is some type of hack you can use. If you don't have cake flour, you can use all-purpose flour, but then you have to add in some baking powder or something like that. But anyway, so I am just, after I creamed my butter and sugar, I'm going to add in my eggs. So this is about 6 eggs and then 2 egg yolks. And you're going to add it in 1 egg at a time and mix it just until combined. So this is not my recipe. I will link the person's information in the box below. But this is Grandbaby Cakes. This is their auntie's version of caramel cake, and so it is a homemade caramel. And so I will link their information in the description box below. So you're just gonna alternate. You're gonna add your eggs in one at a time, and you're gonna add in some vanilla extract, and then I am going in with my flour mixture and some sour cream. You're gonna alternate the flour and the sour cream mixture, and you're gonna end with flour. And then you're just gonna do this on low until everything is nice and combined. And don't forget to scrape the sides of the bowl, y'all, okay? So after you have mixed your batter together, you are going to put it into 3 9-inch round baking pans. And so I did butter and flour mine, or if you have like the Baker's Joy spray, you can use that as well. But I may have overcooked mine a little bit, or some spots probably didn't get greased as well. I don't know. But after some of them were a little more brown on one side, so I don't know what happened, but it was still good. It was still delicious. And so I baked those in the oven for about 25-ish minutes, and then I let them cool for about 10 minutes, and then I flip it over out of the pan. And so this is what they look like. And so you see how it got a little brown on certain sides. I don't know what happened there, but it was still good. And so now I am going to make the caramel icing. And so you want to make sure that you have enough time to do this. And so I'm going to start with 1.5 sticks of butter, and then I have my granulated sugar, and then I'm going to use 2 cans of evaporated milk. Now this was a labor of love. I baked the cake part, I baked that the day before, and then I wrap it in some saran wrap and then just put it in the refrigerator. And so the next day I made the caramel. So her recipe says to cook this for on low medium for about 2 hours or so. And so it's a labor of love, y'all, and it turned out really delicious. And so everything, the butter, the sugar, the milk is melting, and again, you're going to cook this on low to medium And you're just gonna make sure that you watch it so that it doesn't burn. So I literally sat in the kitchen, watched my shows, whatever, played my little games on my phone while I cooked my caramel, and it was well worth the wait. I promise you. Low and slow. You got to be patient when you're making good stuff, y'all. I promise you. So thanks, Auntie Grandbaby Cakes. Y'all did this with this cake and this caramel. It was really good, y'all. And so you're just gonna stir it occasionally until it gets really thick. The goal is to have it coat the back of a spoon or a spatula, and so mine did, and so I transferred it to a glass bowl, and I'm just gonna let it cool off so that I can ice the cake. But once you turn the heat off and your caramel is done, you want to stir in some vanilla extract. And y'all, my goodness, this was delicious. So I just grabbed my cakes from out of the refrigerator. I should have let them come to room temperature, but I didn't. But anyway, I'm gonna ice my cakes, and I am not a baker, so y'all don't come for me for my my icing skills, okay? And so this is what it looks like, right out of the pot. And then this is when it cooled off for about 45 minutes or so. So I did let it cool off. My cake did slide a little bit, so I probably could have let my icing cool a little bit more. And so I'm just using this little cake cardboard, and I'm going to put a little bit of the caramel on the bottom so that the cake doesn't move as much as I am icing it. So I turned it upside down, and I'm just going to start icing this bad boy. And so when I made the caramel, I cooked it for about 2 hours and 15 minutes. But I'm assuming it depends on your stove, what temperature you have it on, and all of that. And so mine was on like number one for like half the time, and then I turned it up a little bit to like 3. But you do what you feel is best. You really do need to watch how fast it's cooking, because you don't want to burn it. And so again, I'm just icing the cake. If you fancy and you know how to cut the cake to make it all even and stuff like that, go for it. But I don't trust myself enough to start cutting up no cake and making it even, because I feel like I was gonna butcher this cake. So it came looking how it's gonna look, but baby, it tasted delicious. So I tried to add a little swirl on the top like they do at Angelica's Bakery. If you're from the Chicagoland area, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, this is the finished product, you guys. This was nice and moist. There was caramel in each layer on the outside, baby. This was delicious. Um, if there are other recipes that you guys want me to try or to make, just put it in the description, not the description, put it in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoy this recipe. Please make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. I hope to see you next time. Bye.